This station ruled the nation. True 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Oh yeah, Friday morning. How much am I excited on the weekend? Just into the weekend. Friday for everyone. Good morning, folks. This is the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show. 96.1. Heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. 96.9 in Bonn, Nima County. 96.1 Encyclopedia coming live. Good morning, folks. This is the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show. Live on Painesville, Duperel, Samarovia. Today's Friday. Sometime on Friday become a holiday. It's a regular Friday. The roads are all wet. Wet Friday. It's Friday for everybody. Charles Collins. My good friend Charles Collins. It's Friday for everyone. Good morning. My name is O'Neill. Where is Marka? Good morning, folks. Good morning to the 50 counts that in low for this morning. Is it raining? In Nimba, is it raining? In Bombing, in Bomb, in Pulus. River says good morning. River Tree. Grandkid Mount County. Yes, hi, is it this morning, Grandkid Mount? Hey, the men in the VAR. Hey, man, they will say, Boa, B.A., Kayagwama. Kayagwama. Hey, the Liberia borders. Liberia surrounding border in Grand Kidman, the Lofa community. Good morning. The folks in Grand Bassa. Liepweni, I want to. How is it like this morning? Maryland County, good morning. Sino, Grand Cook County. Hey, the crew, that one not ready. On his show, up on his throw. Hey, Bob County. Good morning, folks. It's the TBS. The love of liberty. The love of liberty. You heard me? The love of liberty brought us together. And of course, our justice says and says, let justice be done to all. Waking up in the morning, I like to say good morning to the president. President Joseph Yuman Boykai. Wake up with strength, good health, wisdom, lead well, govern well. The Vice President, the Chief Justice, Justice in the Chambers, Judge Yusuf Kabak, good morning. This is the TBS. The lawmakers. Those of you thinking positive about your country, man. Would like to say good morning. One Liberia. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice. It's a wet Friday. If you drive with care. The roads are all wet. This is the TBS. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Ura Roberts. Marka is around in very soon. When you wake up in the morning, the U.S. Embassy have a news for applicants. Those of you who are applying for the immigrant, non-immigrant visa, it's all previous scheduled visa appointment for August 6 remains valid. Meanwhile, the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia will on August 16 temporarily have a suspension of all immigrant and non-immigrant visa service on the new website is online. The U.S. is shutting down her website for the immigrant and non-immigrant visa beginning the 16th of August. Yes, this is the TBS. Good morning. Let's recognize some of you putting your data, and of course, I'm seeing lots of folks on Facebook. Good morning to the White High Initiative. Yes, my heart and soul. This. Yes. Good morning, White High Initiative. It's been a while now. Yes. Rachel Scott and they're doing amazing work. Good morning to the entire team. Let's recognize some folks on the Facebook. You bring your data, watching online. It's not by mistake. Yes, we arrive here together. Kristen Sengway, I'm following from District number 15. Thank you so much. Thanks to the Truth Breakfast Show. Jefferson Zed Thompson, good morning. Viewing from Yellow Shop in Publine. Jeff, good morning to you. John M. Sankali, viewing from Mangibi. Yes, Mangibi County. Good morning. Damascus Friday. Yes, it's just SOG 500. Yes, SOG 50. Damascus Friday for Ghana's Supermarket. The hottest spot right now is the Michael Junction every Saturday, man. Yes, that's the era to be the newest GB spot in town. That's why the man is beautiful. The mascot, thank you so much. Eman Hammer, good morning to you. Happy weekend. Eman is viewing from Mangibi. Yes, I'm enjoying your black suit. Okay, today is Friday. Yeah, chat calling Friday for everyone. Kodancom, viewing from Nima County. When are you coming to Nima? This. All right, Kodan, thank you so much. Andrew Talker, Andrew, say good morning. I'm watching live from Kakata. Yes, Andrew, how you doing this morning? It's Well Kasumu Sila. Good morning to you, Sila. Joe M. Brooks. Joe Brooks says I'm viewing from District 5. District 5 in Mangibi. Radio Bashua 88.9 is carrying the broadcast. Good morning to you, Joe. Yes, let's say good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Marka here. Yes, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Ibrahim Shaw. Yes, how you all doing this morning? Happy weekend, family. David Yoyo says I'm viewing from Accra, Ghana. Yes, Akwaba. Yes, hope you're doing pretty fine. Me, Accra. Marka Nuri, I just do two more. Marka Nuri all the way in Ojos during the breakfast show. Wilson David. Wesley is a regular guy, always viewing the breakfast show. Bobby Bolly, viewing, good morning to you. Randolph Dogba, Bogba the second, good morning. Thanks so much to TBS and Luscious Peter Flomo. Yes, the rest of you just give us a share, man. Just give us a share. Friday for everyone. This is the TBS, a big quote from Charles Collins. Charles have made it so popular. Yes, Friday for everyone. It's a popular post from Charles Collins. Good morning, folks. Yes, the CBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Those of you watching us online, just give us a share. We appreciate you so much. Let's have a great time on the TBS. Good morning to you, Marka. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm not okay.
You're not okay?
I'm not okay.
Bro, I tell you.
Yeah.
What happened? Anyway.
My birthday this year, I want car.
Prophesy.
Yes.
Yes, prophesy in your life.
I want small car for my birthday this year.
Your birthday coming this year.
Yes, September 10th.
September 10th.
I'm tired of the rain mistreating me that the way
yes. So prophesy, Mark 16 verse 17 says, those that believe the signs and wonder will follow them.
Yes.
I want you to prophesy right now. Marka is prophesying. Yeah.
I want one small lake car for my birthday this year.
Amen. Let me try to say amen.
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 Let's be my own confidence. Every morning, I be ready. I dictate to when I come to work.
Yeah, man. The whole life, look, the whole life is not a fair thing.
Yeah,
All the fingers are not equal.
exactly.
Yes, I mean, but we'll give it all to God.
Yes, folks, good morning. It's great for us to be here again to serve you breakfast this morning. Yes, Friday for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but this Friday is not too good for us, the media people. Like we announced the last time, funeral activities for our brother Trojan Molekia Zulu, the real Ronaldo, going to be on today. Today we will do a couple of things, including the wakekeeping that will lead to the funeral and burial on tomorrow. So yeah, to all our media colleagues following us and media sympathizers, because we have some people in this country, they are not in the media, but they love the media. They are always with us, whatever we do. So we want to announce to you all that the funeral activities begin today. Can I use just 1 minute to update?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let me do that before I should give it.
No, do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have to do this for our other colleagues this morning so that they can get the information. So today, yeah.
You hearing yourself?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so today at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. there will be quiet hour at the St. Moses Funeral Parlor. Yes, that is 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. today. Yes, there will be a quiet hour at St. Moses. And at 8:30 p.m. today, the wakekeeping at Destiny Entertainment on the Capitol Bypass. I think a lot of people know Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's there that tributes will be paid. Yes, tribute will be paid at the wakekeeping. So our media.
The wake at the Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny on Capitol Bypass.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So our media sympathizers and friends, you can make your way there at 8:30 this evening, and all of the tributes will be paid there. And tomorrow at 10. That's tomorrow at 8 a.m. The body will be removed from St. Moses. Yes, in the morning tomorrow 8. We'll come from the wake. We'll go to St. Moses at 8 in the morning and remove the body. And at 10 will be the funeral service at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It says on the Allen Clinic. That's the Allen Clinic branch in the Allen Clinic branch in St. Paul Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll come from funeral, we'll just go there for the service. After the service, we'll go to Breville Cemetery for the burial.
Okay, interment.
Yes, that's what it be. So yeah, so that's just the information we'll try to pass through to our colleagues and members of the public this morning. Yeah, so let's now go for
let's all have the lineup.
For the lineup.
Look, as soon as that message you sent on behalf of Marka, right, we'll discuss it. We'll have a real play. You see the message here? Kasumu Sila, Kosila. If you're serious about this message, you can give her a 1 year or 2 year plan.
Yeah, 2 year plan.
Kasumu Sila.
You can do initial deposit of small thing.
Kasumu is a good man, man.
Chief.
Kasumu Sila.
We do initial deposit of small thing. Then we move on there.
Let's call the man here again. Kasumu Sila.
Yeah, Chief.
Eko Sila.
Yeah.
I was speaking my name goes there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Nothing but happy, man.
Hey, Kasumu. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's Adult Night 2024. Health tips come out shortly with David Coty this morning. That will be followed by the review of the papers. I sent you the papers, right?
Yes, we are.
You saw some strange ones?
Yes. Some people just coming out.
Yes, they are here, but they don't send them to us. That's why somebody just sent them. So we'll bring the review of the papers this morning. As usual, this show is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan-African Bank. Again, congratulations to all of the athletes from Liberia flying the flag of our country out there. Yes, people are really enjoying the Olympics, and to our horses now, the whole remote that point of conflict now. You can't touch the remote.
Olympic and
Big Brother Najao.
Okay.
The things are embarrassing now. Yeah, but so again, mines and energy inspectors in the southeast carry on mining inspection. This is good, but we should ensure that what we are looking for, we get it, the right things be done in the sector. We're hoping the team will do their very best, and we'll talk more about that. CSA finally carried out the hair count of staffers at the House of Representatives. As we understand, some 35 ghost names were removed from the payroll.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. Liberian students at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA. Well, there's a serious problem there, but 15 of our citizens who benefited from the scholarship arrangement between LIPA and GIMPA, sponsored by the government of Liberia. Yes, they are facing serious issues, and we'll talk about it this morning, and we may likely continue briefly on Monday as well.
Okay.
Yes, these are our citizens. Some of them are very professional in the media.
Okay.
Yes, and they are there going through all of that. So, again, the presiding justice in Chimba at the Supreme Court plays what they call alternative writ of prohibition. So, when they say alternative, it means it's brief. It's like a brief stay order until the matter can be heard. And after the matter is heard, now then the court will make a decision either to issue what they call a preemptory writ of prohibition. That means the court finally say, well, this thing is not supposed to happen. It's not lawful. Go back to where things are being.
This is the case of the police officers.
Yes, and I want to say thanks to us here too.
Yeah, we'll follow too.
Because we encourage them to go to court.
Yes, we encourage them.
Yes, we encourage them to go to court, and they took that action. Now, the court, the Justice in Chimba Associate Justice Yusuf Kaba has instructed the police inspector general to go back to status quo until that is carry these people back to work, put them back in their positions.
John Sayer go back to work
until the issues can be heard and the final determination is made. So this is what it is. At 9 o'clock this morning, we'll bring you sports entertainment commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, the president of the Club Teams Association of Liberia.
So,
Club Team Association. Oh, but a big male.
Yeah.
So, all the club team, their president.
For all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, our president.
The great man, Chris Weir. Will be our guest on the last segment of the show.
We might drop in one football chat room. That's one thing.
They tell me it's just so great on a Friday. Yes. They tell me it's just so great on a Friday.
So people could suspend sports because Chris is coming. That's his Now me got an email.
But now me say I get calling myself so the rule
Look, as soon there's a chat room called Talk Liberia Football, right? As soon as I drop in the chat room, say Chris Weir is our guest on Friday. That small debate started. What?
Yeah, so we have Chris Weir here this morning. He's the president of the Club Teams Association. He'll be our guest to talk about development of football and the plan for the beautiful game. Yes, a lot to talk about. I think he's one person with huge passion for sports, especially soccer or football.
Yes.
So he will be with us this morning, and we hope to have a wonderful discussion and debate that will stimulate discussions in the sporting sector. Yes.
The manager sharing
in the midst of country first. Yes. This morning we'll have the biggest audience of sport reporters and sport lovers this morning. Sport administrators.
Yes, and we look forward to all of you key players.
Authorities in sports. Especially football. Yes. Yes, let's see. Derek Cote is right here with the health tip coming up. Derek Ernest Cote, this old man don't want to leave this job. He loved this job so much. It's his best job since leaving government. It's a pro bono job. He don't make money for it, but he's consistent. Am I lying? Am I right or wrong?
You are more than right. 150% right. I cannot leave this job.
This cold weather, where is Derek Cote, man? The weather bring itself. Have you heard that saying before? The weather bring itself.
Yes, I'm sitting right here on the compound of ELBC.
They mean left your house 5 a.m. or
6:30.
Okay.
I don't do that. I'll get caught up in the traffic.
Okay. Yes. And they chatted up boys. And the boys can relax when they're talking. Yeah, they were talking. Yeah. They chatted up boys. Let's today Friday and feel yourself a little bit, man. Boy. How do Chancellor Up boys sounds there as compared to Ellen Johnson Salive or George Weir boys or the Joseph Boyka boy? Let's hear you.
Well, I may not be able to quote every one of them, but I can say that Charles Taylor has a distinctive voice. Mrs. Ellen Johnson Salive has a distinctive voice. Uncle Joe has a distinctive voice. When they speak, you
jump with one president.
Uncle Joe voice low.
Yeah. You jump with one president. Charles Taylor, Ellen Johnson Salive, George Weir, and Joseph Boyka.
Yeah, I just told you Charles Taylor has a distinctive voice because the president. And Uncle Joe speaks like them. Ellen, same thing. And then
one day you confess.
One day you'll tell us why is it you don't want to
You'll
make mention
confess.
of former President George Weah's name.
mention his name, I didn't hear that. But I'm looking at my, it's raining very heavily. I'm not looking too close.
So you can hear Jonah Boyga and you clearly. Ellen Johnson, Charles, what about George? What's happening, man, TV?
Today is snowing.
No topic. We start
But
snowing.
you told us, I think 3 or 4 years ago that George was your cousin.
Your cousin. Why you don't want to make mention of your cousin, man?
I'm sitting in a heavy rain and I need to get down.
David, please go ahead and do the health tips.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Snoring. Snoring is not a disease, but it is an embarrassing situation, especially when you and your partner sleep in the same room. Every night is either the one way or the man way. It's embarrassing. But why does it happen? It happens because when breathing is partially obstructed while you are sleeping.
Okay.
And what are the causes? One, alcohol consumption, especially close to bedtime. You've been drinking the whole day, few minutes for you to go to bed, you're drinking again. Those are some of the reasons. Number two, allergies. Certain people are allergic to certain foods and medicine, and you need to know that. When you eat them, or you drink them, my friend, or take those medicines, it can be a problem. Cold is also another reason when you have so much cold, cough, and all this kind of thing. Number four, overweight. It has nothing to do with.
David, go ahead, David, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Now, no one should say that you are suffering from certain diseases. That's why that's happening. That's not true. It has nothing to do with any disease ever. But you have to see a doctor just in case it continues a long time. Now, how to prevent snoring? If you are overweight, find hard to reduce weight. Number two, sleep on one side. If you know you're somebody who can snore, do not lie down on your back or your stomach. Lie down on one side, preferably on the left side. Number three, raise the head of the bed. Well, most people don't have those kind of beds, so you can double your pillow. Let your head be lifted. Number four, treat nasal congestion with obstruction. Now, limit or avoid get enough sleep. I'm going off and on. Okay.
No, you are on. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Remember this. Do not treat jaundice or yellow jaundice by putting something into your eyes. Jaundice itself is not a disease. I have been around people where somebody has said to them, so you got to go take eye drop, drinking juice. No. Jaundice, or what we call yellow jaundice, is actually not a disease. It is as a result of several underlying diseases, especially liver disease. So when you find your eyes are yellow, see a doctor immediately. Don't treat yourself. Don't let anybody lie to you. Go take eye drop and drink 2 bottles of cane juice. No. Don't treat yourself. Go to the hospital. They will detect and determine what the main cause is. It's because of some disease in you, liver disease or something that is making your eye yellow. So that's the main advice I'm going to give you. You listen to the sour doctors, you'll put something in your eye and destroy your eye. Thank you very much for the time.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, David. I don't know who this person that continued.
Yeah, let's continue the call.
Yeah.
Health tip one and difficulty.
David, thank you. Thank you for the health tips. Yes, coming up shortly is the review of the local dailies.
That's once more real out there.
With this beautiful theme song.
Yes.
Selected way back by Christopher Lee for State of the Nation.
I bought it from him.
And later on.
We bought this theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Chris will have all legal right. Yes, let's see what's making news on the TBS this morning from the local dailies on 96.1 The Heart and Soul of Liberia. All right, so welcome to the review of the local dealers right here, 9641 the heart and soul of Liberia. Our first stop is the New Republic is on a newsstand for $50 Liberian. The front page of the New Republic. Blockhouse calls big. Well, I'm saying just a boycott. In a smiling form, yeah, on the front page of the New Republic. Blockhouse calls big. I'm saying where the president calls big in terms of code of conduct, urge officials to respect the rule of law. The president is captured on the front page of the New Republic. Grab a copy and read the rest of this story. New president, new ambassador. Well, that's on as a summary story here on the front page of the New Republic. New president, new ambassador. What else for Liberia? New president, new ambassador. U.S. Liberia relationship. Well, grab a copy. Let's go to the back page of the New Republic. What's on the back page? Same old story. What's this? Same old story as MOE threatens penalty for non-compliance of school.
Yes,
Same
old
story.
Same old story.
Yeah. Your point of graduation fees there. Yeah, same old story. 318 LIS personnel for retirement. What? This is Liberia Immigration Service. 318 lists of personnel for retirement as agency polls to recruit 500 personnel. It's the review from the New Republic.
Yes, we have the newspaper this morning, and the banner headline: Protest Party PR describes CDC, where the information minister is captured on the front page of the newspaper, describing CDC as protest party. Sublead story: police officer sent to jail for killing 19-year-old man. Well, I'm seeing David Faya photograph right here on the front page of the newspaper. Gonglo celebrates with disabled persons. Okay, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is also photographed on the front page of the newspaper. Let's go to the back page of the newspaper. Female lawyers take advocacy to concession areas. Where I'm seeing a couple of women right here. A woman kidnapper arrested. This is the story from Nimba, where the lady stole a 3-month-old baby to go and impress her father-in-law. Yeah, very interesting story. Minister raps on investment. Who is that minister? If you grab a copy of the newspaper for $40 Liberian, you read the details. The Liberia Immigration Service to train 500 new officers. It's another story there. Kinja protest report honor scrutiny. And undeclared continuous owner booked. It's another story. So yeah, that's it for the news. Yeah.
The front page of we got a couple of new newspapers on the stand, right? Verity newspaper. You don't want to see the headline: bargaining for benefits after CBL loot. Well, I'm hearing the deputy governor of the central bank has resigned. Yes, Nimani Pearson. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Maybe we'll take on time Monday. We have the letter already.
Okay.
Her resignation letter. Bargaining for benefits after CBL loot. That I'm quoting the paper. What is on the front page of the Verity? Bargaining for benefits after CBL loot. Deputy governor PSC resigns in secrecy. Oh, resigns in secrecy. Well, Human PSC is captured on the front page of the Verity. Grab a copy. Over US $4 million paid to play. Over US $4 million paid to ghost contractors. Well, other reports reveals. Well, I'm seeing this is a Senator Abache, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Protein.
former protein, yeah. Over US $4 million paid to ghost contractors. GSC says the orders of the Liberian Senate in possession. The people are saying they have them in their possession reveals how 4,200,000 was dashed out to ghost contractors. Hey, okay, we'll have this. We'll have the document of this. Yes, Abache is captured here. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Let's see if I can go to the back page. What's on the back page? The back page, you have the Verity. LMP officer charged with murdering 19-year-old. It's on the back page here of the Verity. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning.
Yes, the Women Voices newspaper. We are sleeping in the cold. This is the lead story on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. We are sleeping in the cold. Liberian returnees protest against LRRC for maltreatment and unfulfilled promises. Well, I'm seeing a couple of them holding placards with different inscriptions In my hand here, photograph on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. Another top lead story. I assured her of bringing her back, or bringing her baby back. I assured her of bringing her baby back. Young woman admits kidnapping a friend's baby. Admits to kidnapping a friend's baby. So she's telling the police now that she told her friend that they are baby are just carrying the baby to go impress my father-in-law.
I'll bring the baby back.
The baby back.
Okay.
This story is quite interesting, on you. Your story is interesting. I'll bring the baby back. Yes, so that's the stories on the Women Voices newspaper. This paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. If you get this copy, you will read the details of the story. There are a lot of interesting stories in this paper, especially this baby kidnapping story. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we now? I'm a little bit distracted.
Go to the inquiry. If you have.
The winning Sewa Jimmy, the inquiry is not available. I'm seeing should be the news protest parties. You don't know of it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all from my end.
Yeah.
All from my end. Thank you so much. The paper is a regular feature here on the TBS 96.1. All you do, the rain's falling heavily, so you have to wait a little bit. If these stories are interesting to you, get on the newsstand and buy a copy of this paper sold for 40 Liberian dollars and $50 and read details of this story. Sure, it's probably sponsored by Orange Liberia and that of EcoBank Liberia Limited. Let's start out and say congratulations to athletes who actually were flying the flag of Liberia very high in the Olympic. So what I noticed yesterday, I don't know that we love sports so much. I'm seeing so many of our lawmakers who can put nothing in the budget for sports. Let me deal with you. Celebrating Joseph Family, Matadi, Ebony Morrissey, and the rest of it. Let me just say this out. Most of our lawmakers, the American and the rest of you, you're sharing sports, we should celebrate Liberians, athletes. You love it, right? But guess what? When you sit down to craft the budget, look at what you have for sports there. So what we're seeing, because once you make this kind of post, Marka, trust me, people will definitely come in and say congratulations because it's a national thing. Someone is flying the flag out there. Paris now is the hottest area in the whole world. The whole world attention is at Paris Olympic. Everyone is watching. You have millions of cameras, covering the whole Olympics. I enjoy America and the Serbia basketball game. Shout out to Stephen Curry. It was a crazy one. But our lawmakers here are sharing. And, so when you sit down, that tells you that aside from politics, when you graft in the budget, put something good there for sports. Do you know what sort of investment sports brings back? Brazil, Argentina, this country are not rich countries, but because of the talents, they support athletes. When you have your artists and your stars flying the flag and they'll come back with some investment back home. So next time going forward, all I will see on the Facebook, I'm not vibing. If I see an ordinary poster, will just share Joseph Family, I'll vibe to it. Not for Amara, I'm going sorry, I'm just going to be calling his name, others who know. But when you sit down
his name, don't be
Amara.
He's a public servant.
Yeah, Amara Conan, Darius DeLon, the Senate Pro Tem, Yombly, all of them share it, right? But when you sit down to make the budget, nothing, you see why it's there for sports, you say, what? You won't believe it. Congratulations, Batari, Joseph Family, he finished 6th and won 7. That was a good one in the grand final, the 200 men's race. Next time, let's prepare well and celebrate. This is a one country. When the call Liberia, Joseph Family came out with his shades, the whole world was watching, camera everywhere. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Yes, of course. We have a lot of talents here. Multiple talents. That people plays basketball, football at the same time. But who to support them? Nobody supporting talent. Our attention just so next time, the next physical budget. Look what you have for Bangalore budget. Not very interesting. Anyway,
nothing good there, brother.
Nothing good there.
Yeah.
Nothing very, very, very good there.
Nothing good there for football. Nothing good there for basketball, handball, tennis. Nothing, bro.
There are some sports I see. I saw Marka. I'm thinking someone throwing a long arrow. That one I sports there again.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
the jump, the long jump. I see this is. So many ways you can support talents, man.
Tell you.
Hey, man. But our people who craft and sets on a budget, will take this Alice picture and share it in on the social media.
The biggest priority in crafting the budget is salary.
Yeah, salary. That's a major one.
Salary.
See, even the Boss Scouts Association, do you know how much they're for the Scots?
I do that.
Yeah, I think 500 something United States that for a whole year.
Can you imagine?
The Scots.
These young people that you always use it to support the security whenever there are national events.
Yes.
Football matches, you go to the SKD, they are there providing security. You go to Independence Day celebration. You go, I mean, all of the big events in the country.
I even carry on saying, not even far away, it's $482.
Yeah.
The budget for Scots, the whole year. The whole year.
What a shame. What a disgrace. So sad.
It's a very sad thing.
And guess what? Most of these people in leadership pass through the Scout.
Of course.
Pass through the Scout Association.
My very self, I was once a Scot. This is a very unique organization.
I don't know how much Senator Jevon Smith did to have them captured appropriately.
Jevon was president. He was president of the Scots and 400
in the Senate.
In the Senate.
I gave them 400. You better not call it in.
Yes, but today is Friday, but some of our talking points we just caught it or passing through. The Mines and Energy Inspectors, yesterday we played a couple of videos from Maryland County. Woman Pay has sent his team, the director of Mines, Acacia's Cocoa and Honor State, they are in Sino now. From there, they head to Maryland. We're looking out to the report that a lot of illicit minings happening in the southeastern of Liberia. These are natural minerals that God gave to us as a country. Look at some of the countries that are running yesterday, Marka. You have Trinidad and Tobago, Cambodia, some countries that are very, very small. But Liberia will reach all these resources God bless all of it. Then someone coming up from a strange land, taking it from us. So,
somebody say we turn our blessing into a curse.
We turn a blessing to a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Rich country, poor people.
That book said, somebody need to rewrite that book Samuel Jackson wrote. Yes, because when you're defending something, I said, your own book,
wrong messenger.
You're wrong messenger for your Samuel Jackson. That good book.
He undermines his own book.
Your own book, Rich Country, Poor People. Because some of the thing when you see Samuel Jackson defending, you say that the old man wrote this book. He's the author for this book, Rich Country, Poor People. We need someone to rewrite that book.
I tell you.
Yes. So, Women Pay team, our eyes are opening up. We'll follow up with this mining thing. This illicit mining have to stop. Yes, and of course, just Jogas score yesterday 1 and Marvin score 0, 1-0. Yeah, at long last, there was this overhead count at the House of Representatives.
But these things are all tenets of good governance. We can't just leave our system. We can't just abandon the system and people within the system just do whatever they want to do. I mean, we need to put things in place. Somebody told me that, at most time people will be pointing at presidents. Once anybody takes power, they will be pointing at you and they believe you should change things immediately. But somebody said system have to be put in place. That's the only way. Like they were even mentioning the US. They say the US governance system is in place. Sometimes it doesn't really matter who is the president of the United States. Okay. Because some of these systems and policies are working effectively. So it almost like the power of the president is somehow, it has some limits. Okay. Yes. But that's why most of the time you will see that they will be concerned about majority in Congress or in the House, if you want to say. Yes. So, but in Liberia here, the systems are broken. And then we want a president to change it at one point in time. The political will is important. That's why the role of the president is the political will to allow people to change the system. But if the president is hugely benefiting from the rotten system, he or she would not give the political will to have it change. Yes, you will not give the political will to have it change. So if we can go very far, if we can do this thing periodically, and be reviewing government institution payroll, doing verification of employment, and all the things consistently become regularized, you will see that this issue of ghost name Odu will get rid of it totally. Yes. Because I can assure you that almost 20% of salary we pay to civil servants go to ghost names. Almost 20%. So if you get, already that our budget, I think about 70 or about the percentage go to salary payment. Yes. So if you see huge portion of that same amount going to ghost names, people doing that different in different places, and people just collecting money on their names, and some of them don't get it.
It goes to someone else.
Yeah, go to someone else.
Yeah.
And if someone else is in the very system.
Okay, let's say, all right, John Brown name is here. Mama, I just put in your name here. Yeah, but I got 50% on the money.
We'll do your ID card, everything.
Everything. Okay, we're doing your ID card and everything. This is what happening. But so, and I mean, it was a good one, and the house should not stop it because the people are watching, librarians watching, integrity institution all watching for transparency's sake. Yeah.
And let me say thanks to Joker, because Joker, I think
Joker should say thanks to the media as well. Some of all stood our ground.
Yeah, but I think he's been firm and committed to what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I'm not discrediting other officials of government, but I'm seeing the foreign minister, I'm seeing Jokai, I'm seeing few others that are doing. I think they are doing well.
Working the way and pleasure of the president.
Yes, I think
the will of the president.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jokai, Sarah Besselo, yes, affairs.
Yeah.
Who's else performing?
We'll see that word, we will know. We're not seeing that word.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing we have from the Ministry of Mines and Energy that they say money. Missing diamond, all these things. So we can grade Wemape right now.
I still think who else performing?
Minister of Transport, I'm not sure whether we can grade Selitala right now.
No, Selitala too much noise.
So yes, Ministry of Labor on you.
Labor small noise there.
Small noise there, but you know what? When it comes to making do you know that the Ministry of Labor is a serious revenue generating ministry?
Yes. So we will grade labor when it start with this of this those who work in country will all permit.
Yes, but they've been doing that. Yes. They've been doing that. I think they've been able to raise. If any of them can send me that figure, the last check we did, they raised, I think, around $800,000 US.
Okay.
Yes, and I mean, in some past time, we didn't know that kind of huge money can come from the labor ministry.
Who else is performing in government? We're still thinking. So
we're still thinking. Minister of Defense. How much can we say?
I'm not following defense yet.
Okay,
let's give it up to Monday.
Yeah, we'll give it up
let's give it up to Monday.
You want LMP, Liberal National Police?
LMP. Look, this will be my and by the way, before talking about the LMP, I understand the reports from the LDA is up.
Okay.
Yes. Good morning, His Excellency President Joseph Boycott. Yes, librarians watching, the ones who know the investigation, what happened between Abraham Kroman, what's this guy, Hassan Fadiga, and Baoko. I understand that the investigation, the report is up, is on the decks of the president.
Okay.
Yes. If Chris Peters will continue, we need to know. All right. What happens with what is in that report? Someone needs to bring it to the attention of the president. That report is up almost 2 weeks now. I've learned it's on the decks of the president. The LDA report regarding the fate of Abraham Kroman. The report is up. Yes. So to the LMP, Gregory, I will say Gregory's performance got questioned when he decided to throw 38 senior officer
out of the building.
That's why we started to say no, but no, Greg, you can't do this, man. This should not be part of your plan. These are well-trained professional officers. Besides that, this is why you see the quote is saying return to status quo ante, right? Yeah. Because that's a violation of what? The act that created the police. Gregory went against it a little bit, that retirement age from 65. And these police officers, you send the communication to, some of them are 60, some of them 61. And you should give the mayor a prior notice that in 1 year or 2 years, start to prepare for retirement. On the other hand, NASCOP and CSA say no package available. So it's slow, Gregory. I could say, Gregory.
If you are notifying people for retirement, you can take them from their positions
and say, Vassal.
For everything you have for the Liberal National Police. If you are commander for Jacobtown Depot, for example, you say, if you're a commander now, then you tell you now, saying because you are transitioning to retirement, you just be a passer to the depot. So if you say now to your horse, And I don't know what the salary structure for a vassal to police depot or to
Mm.
any division in the police.
Division.
So these things, I mean, Chief Gregory, if you want to do anything, do it lawfully and,
Yeah.
and once and for all.
Yeah.
Today, we are not giving too much noise on the immigration
Mhm.
because I understand that I think most of the people who were captured
Mhm.
actually meet the age
They reach
requirement.
the age.
Yes,
the
so that's why,
318.
and see how strategic it is.
Mhm.
You are retiring about, is that 300 and some more,
318.
and you are recruiting 500.
500.
So I think it makes some sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's the immigration there? It's Steve
Steve
Zago.
Zago.
Steve Zago.
Yeah.
So Zago is putting 318 out.
Yes.
We have
bringing,
reached the age.
and bringing in 500.
500.
Yeah.
So another person who's actually try a little bit is
Mo Ali, Alwada and Siwa.
Mo
Mo is trying. Mo is trying.
Yeah, Mo.
That'd be fair
Okay.
to Mo.
Okay. Mo trying.
Yeah, Mo is doing well.
Mo single
Yeah.
card, birthday card. I mean, July 26 card.
Mo is doing well.
Mo still gets more question about that. Jeremy Pia is also trying a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Pia.
Gerald Limerick Pia, the
Yes.
Minister of Information.
Yes. Why I say Pia is trying? Because at any point in time, everyone was just talking.
Yeah. And one of the things, Oni, you are right, because he has regularized the press briefing.
The press briefing.
Because that's where government information is communicated to the public.
Mhm.
So once the press briefing is going on, the government will have the ample time to respond to every doubt of the public.
No breaking news.
So there are
you have to wait for Mickey to break the news
make
for
a
us.
press briefing on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Thursdays.
That is the tradition.
Mhm.
It's just that at some point in time in the past, because I was there, right?
Yeah.
It was broken. Sometimes it was one in a week. Sometimes no press briefing at all.
Sometimes no mission, no fuel to put the generator on.
Yeah, sometimes no fuel.
Those who are appearing for the mega briefing have to put money.
At the end of the day, the lawmakers will be talking for the government, or somebody from the executive mansion talking for the government.
Yeah.
There's kind of tit-a-toe communication. But we want to appreciate Pia. Pia, you are doing well, even though you still have much to do. But I think initially you are doing well. In terms of communicating government information, you are doing it perfectly now. In terms of, but for the staff issue, I don't know. Your promise to get buses for them, I don't know whether you people have been able to purchase any bus for the staff.
That billion is serious money.
Yes.
And Pia set a record for the very first time before we go to this Ghana issue where Liberian Studio at the Ghana Institute of Management. To see a sitting president to appear at the Mika press briefing, President Boyka, the president of Liberia.
Yeah, he was the first.
He was the first,
many decades.
Yes, to go at that press briefing. That's what Pierre did. So that building needs serious life. That building at a certain point in time looks dead. Lots of professional in the building, but public relations, doing good, letting the public know it needs some finances.
Yeah.
The financial muscle of Mika weak. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what's coming up from Accra.
Yes. Accra, Ghana. Again, I want to bring this specifically to the attention of President Joseph Newman Boakai, and also to the head of LIPA. I think the head of LIPA is very much aware about this issue. About 13 of the students who are doing a one-year master's. This scholarship is in collaboration with the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, LIPA, and the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. So there's a one-year scholarship program. Some Liberians were successful from different sectors, some from within the government cycle, some from private sector, and they were fortunate to have successfully made it to that opportunity. Some of them are there, including some of our media colleagues who were fortunate to form part of it. And some of them in the private sector, because their job could not give them the leave to go to school for a whole year, some of them had to resign. But the issue here is that the government of Liberia has not been able to pay their fees. So as we speak, 13 of them, since they've been going to school, we know some of them, and they left from here more than 6 months ago. Since they've been going to school, they have not been able to access their grades. Why? Because they are not clear. Their bills are not paid. Their tuition fees are not paid. They are denied access to the library. Other students from other countries, from Ghana, from there, are benefiting all these immunities. But our Liberian students, our colleagues, friends, and brothers, your children, Mr. President, are going through this. Because our fees are not paid, they do not have access to the library, they do not have access to their grades. How you be going to school, you can see your grade? The head of LIPA, what is going on? These young people have written you an official communication concerning their plight. Mr. President, not only that they are not seeing their grades, not only that they don't have access to the library, they are not receiving their stamping to be able to take care of themselves. The head of LIPA is telling them that their institution is supposed to do that. No. But the last batch of Liberians who benefited from that scholarship, they received around 2,000 or more than 2,000 US dollars from the government of Liberia as stamping. If that is the tradition and culture of students who benefit from that scholarship, then it should continue. Why do you want to stop them? You are not giving it to them. These children, I don't want to call them children. These professional people are strangulated in Ghana. You understand? And some are telling me that we are living at the mercies of goodwill Ghanaians. You send your citizens to go learn, come back to contribute to the country, and you treat them like that. Mr. President, you need to intervene. The last time you went to the Maritime Institute graduation, the children brought this to your attention, Mr. President. If you've forgotten, let me remind you, President Joseph Numa Boakai, when you went to Ghana the last time to address the Maritime Institute graduates, the Liberian students who are attending the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, they confronted you. They said, Mr. President, these are the issues. The stamping that we're supposed to receive more than $2,000, we're not getting it. Our fees are not being paid, so the people are not allowing us to see our grades. We are denied access to the library because our fees are not paid. We are denied several opportunities here because of how our government is treating us. Mr. President, they told you, the young people told you, the fighting of them told you, Liberian citizens who will come back to contribute to this country. And LIPA is writing them to tell them that they will pay the fees beginning 2 weeks from now, but government will not give them staffing. How do you expect them to survive? Why you did it for other people? The people that were there for 2023, they got over $2,000. So you are leaving the other batch. No, that is not a policy. That is not what it should be. They have written you, raise these concerns, and nothing has been done, Mr. President. I'm bringing this to your attention. I'm not speaking to the head of LIPA. I'm speaking to you, Mr. President.
Yes,
even the last time,
so LIPA cannot handle it, right?
They should handle it, but the way they are playing with the people.
That's why we're bringing it to the attention of the president.
That's why I'm laying his complaint out to the president. Yes.
Yes, so trust me.
A couple of the people are from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. A couple of them are from which institution? From different institutions. Some are even from Liberian National Police, some are from immigration, some are from the media, from different private sector institutions, but they were fortunate to benefit from that government scholarship. You can't treat them, you can't tell them the government wouldn't stop in their institutions to do. What about those who resign because of the opportunity? And that's not the way it has been.
Yeah, so trust me, today is Friday. If nothing is done on Monday, we'll talk about it.
If something is done, we will bring them live.
Something will be done.
We'll bring them live.
Trust me, something will be done.
Yes.
Once we get it to the national government attention, something will be done. And let's get the telephone lines opened up. I just got the resignation letter of the deputy bank governor.
Okay.
Yeah, Yemane Pearson. Maybe we'll do this on Monday.
No, one know the reason why she was down.
Let's keep it for Monday. You want to do it?
Yeah, don't leave the public.
Okay, go ahead. So right after the letter, yes, and of course, we'll get the lines activated out for you.
You
see
resignation. So this letter is dated July 31, and it's to His Excellency Joseph N. Boakai, Senior President, Republic of Liberia, Executive Mansion, Capitol Hill. Says, Your Excellency, I present my compliments. I'm writing to formally resign from my position as Deputy Governor of the Governor of Operations of the Central Bank of Liberia. This decision follows discussions with your advisors and mutual agreement. Okay, that continue. I should not jump. I should not.
Take your time.
The guys are gonna joke on social media. I should not jump the gun. I should not jump the gun. He said the decision it follows discussions with your advisors and mutual agreements regarding the payment of my benefits, which include pension, severance, and compensation for my unexpired term or tenure. Throughout my tenure at the bank, I have led significant reforms. People imprison themselves. I have led significant reforms in our banking operations, guided by the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, safeguard assessment, and drawing from prior audits and the recommendations outlined in the Crow Report of 2018. These reforms have greatly improved our internal control, vault management, procures, and overall financial discipline, resulting in visible positive changes within the bank. Moreover, in 2020, we successfully executed the national legislature's mandate to to print new family banknotes and a minting of coins during the fiscal years 2021, 2022, and 2024. The successful implementation of this currency changeover exercise stands as a testament to our collective efforts. While serving my country, my patriotism has never wavered. This experience has been immensely rewarding, affording me the opportunity to learn and grow. I'm grateful to have been a part of the CBL, and I am confident that the skills I have acquired will serve me and my country well in my future endeavors. I am profoundly grateful for the privilege of serving in your government over the past 7 months. Your Excellency, I'm willing to stay on for up to 30 days after my effective date of resignation to assist with the transition if it meets your overall objectives. Respectfully, Yemadi DPS, Deputy Governor for Operations Central Bengal Bureau.
Yes, like I said, we shouldn't keep the public
So what
suspended.
want to call
What?
mutual agreement
Okay.
and all that one. Anyway, so maybe the agreement is around the fact that maybe our government, maybe she decided to waive some of the things that the benefit because her tenure is actually unexpired.
Mhm.
So again, the resignation is coming after the audit report and all of that. So we don't know what the mutual agreements are.
Yes, so we shouldn't talk until we get tired. Let's get the lines activated, right?
Yes, folks. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Zero
Let's
triple
talk.
seven 285 961.
We can fight again. We will talk. Yes. The female line 0770202579 for women only 0770202579. We've been talking about a couple of things this morning. You can weigh in on some of them on the show this morning. We have the first caller from the male line. Yes. Andrew, you're calling the female line. We'll not take it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not sure whether they place anything in the budget for keyboard. If it's there, maybe that just small sense. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. Hello, are you still there? Okay, I think he slipped off the line. Let me replace him with this caller. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Minds and energy. Okay. Thank you. The female line 0770202579 0770202579. You should not allow the men to dominate y'all. We give you this opportunity so that you can form part of the national discussion. Good morning. Morning. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Uh,
Oh, I agree.
we'll take it to the bank. The retirement will not where. Anyway, the Justice in Chamber has made his initial decision, so we wait for the hearing and then see what the final decision will be. Good morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
anyway, I'm better. I'm calling for the island this morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to my brother the hardworking brother. Again, I would still want to call the public work ministry.
Beto, your jago. Hello, Beto. Your jago take wheelbarrow, shovel, digger, and stay on our and start facing it because they call you. You not made it call for 3 months now.
See the chicken soup factory room this morning. Why people in Lord County are benefiting from the $2 million if they
We have information that less than 10 million of that money has been disbursed. I know people are just saying. Mm-hmm.
On us. Why can't you say on us? Even one of the said, yeah, you talk about it. You see the chickens over you will be okay. But we are catching it difficult this morning again.
And sometimes on a very serious note, again, the media is very important. Sometimes we open the lines, we expect people from in these sectors to have people monitoring and be reminding them of some of these things. This is almost like we're working for you. You're supposed to have your people monitoring the various roads and all of that so you will know the areas of intervention. But you sit in your office, you open the line and people calling you and giving you specific locations that have problems. I think you're supposed to send people there to go look. Good morning. Your line cracking or your line is shaking. Yeah, so just hang up and call back, please. It's not coming. Let me take this other caller right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Then also I couldn't get you people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's on your mind this morning.
Yeah, so we've been discussing a couple of things, and this is speak to your leader segment, so you can speak.
Yeah, so speaking to my leader this morning, I want to tell him the transport union, my affection is true to this transport union. I don't know what they are doing. We have travels in other countries and the West African countries, you go there, you will see they got a huge area for travelers, transit point for travelers, where you feel comfortable. You will see the mosque or you see a little church, you will see somewhere where you can even behave and other things. They tell me now, let's start thinking about it. I'm so frustrated because the morning you pass in my radar, people signing for they want to do that just to collect the money. And the passengers are all stranded. You come in the night you store and say you know where to go. So that thing about it, I beg you. I know we have had to flavor issues and can go to the president here. People must stop thinking that they should just be collecting money in this country and not thinking about the people that they serve it. Why would people be collecting money and just put it in their pockets and enrich themselves? Why would still not even want to wait for the cars to go? That's what that's on my mind.
Thank you so much. This is a very serious issue. We will add our voice to that. Thank you. Right, so 0770202579, the female line. That's the female line. 0770202579, the male line. 0777285961. Let's go to the male line and take this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chief.
Okay. This is the voice of I'm calling you Josh, and I call you from Baptist Seminary.
Okay.
Let me say thank you to you. And I have two leaders to speak to this morning. That one from the CSA and that of one from the House Representative. The work of Josiah Jogai is truly a personnel work. And then personnel work is based with the work of dealing with statistics. So yesterday I listened to the representative talking about Josiah Jogai being a statistician, and that is just correct. And I just want to speak to Moma, telling him that the work of a statistician is what a personnel study. He's a personnel administrator. So if he's trying to do the right thing, there's no way that he should come and criticize him. And besides, the group yesterday, a small number that was read by you, is the rule. It does not come in line with personnel administration. Your personnel, you are not a person that did personnel administration. So when you come to talk to Josiah Jogai, you should know the level in which, and you should be able to study your rule and order well, and do not come to the.
No, but the provisions in the rules that he referenced yesterday, that I myself read it on the show yesterday, was about the power of the legislature to employ people at the house, whether in central administration or their various offices. So he did not miss. He did not in any way.
They cannot say their power different from the one that is higher than theirs. The personnel administrator is a CSA boss.
All right.
His power is greater. So small, you should stay away from the media if you do not.
All right, man, stay away from the media. All right. Let's take this female line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name, where you come from?
My name is Grace Flasher. I come from Congo,
Okay, let's hear you, Grace. LEC issue?
Yeah, because when we go to college in West Point, we can't get a meter. They say no meter in the country. But when you go to Jupiter, they say the meter 150 US. So we are not getting meter. We don't have current. They say we should do power tech. But when we go to water, we take a meter. They say no meter in the country. But when you go,
why again can do tomorrow? Oh, all right. Then I don't know. We need to find some clarity on that because there was a period of time where they were doing the meter because people had meter and there was so much stuff. They tried to change the meters that the people had and stuff. I don't know whether they were going to be giving meter out free forever. So yeah, I'm not very sure whether they were going to be giving meter out for free forever. So the LEC folks will make some clarity on that. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning.
Morning, Chief. Okay.
Marka, let me appreciate the additional minister or the minister willing to school authority. Because most of the school and professors increasing graduation fee up to 150 or 125. And once the minister education I could not have $100 of 5,000 of public school, $100 of public school is full. But any school, now I'm telling you, the parents, they say, oh, the children are getting so I don't think they cannot come in, but I cannot come out. It's not coming to the people. Thank you so much this morning.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed Hammer from Kakata City. Let's speak with someone from the female line. Good morning.
Yeah.
Is this Fatu from Fender?
I'm Fatu, yeah.
Morning, Fatu. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I will tell you, we take it because I will you contrary with the topic people and talking on this morning. I thank you. And on you and Marka, I thank you very much.
want to say thank you to Joseph and police who are taking part in Alome.
Oh, the Olympic? Okay.
Yes, because they made for other countries to know that Liberia existing
Mm-hmm.
in the continent of Africa. And also to our president, there are some decisions he takes. We don't know the outcome of it, especially related to AP Chromatin.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we haven't heard talking about anything. So there are some issues you should not review. Let it talk. Because there are some we are BBC, we don't know any other media to give information, only our radio.
Mm-hmm.
So let it speak on some issue that we can be on the news. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. So, like Oni mentioned this morning, the report is set to be on the desk of the president. So we expect the president to make his final decision on that. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Oni and Marka.
Morning.
Okay, my name is Marcus Azariah Detokawe, and I come from District Number 1, Markiwi.
Okay.
Special Township to us. Let me thank you for the show, and let me thank all of you for you and Oni. Like I always say, whenever I go to FM, like the lady will drop the call saying this radio station and other radio station are places where we who are not in government understand what is happening in government, information. So I think when things happening, when all the report, all the things go on, I think it's important that people speak on it, let us be able to hear what is going on also in this country. I want to ask the president to intervene on the issue of the police people who they want to trap or take from the police.
So I don't know whether the president can do anything now because the people went to court. So yeah, they went to the Supreme Court. The justice in chamber just issued what they call the alternative rate of prohibition. That means Gregory should go back, not execute that decision he's trying to make until they can look into the merits of the issue, the legality of the issues.
Wonderful. Thank you, Marka. At least this is what we're talking about. When you guys get the information, at least today, you made me to understand that such thing has gone. Yeah, for I think it's a good decision. Thanks to the Supreme Court. I think the law is the law. The president has said rule of law is one of the key issues under his government. So I think they shouldn't downplay rule of law. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning from Margibi County. The female line again 0770202579. Let me take this call from the female line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Marka.
Morning.
Yes, this is Manju again.
Oh, Manjo, people get called two times.
You can call 2 times, but please allow me. I just want to say anything.
Okay.
I want to tell my sister Papella that no one is going contrary. When you started this morning, you started with for patient.
Oh, they're not responding to you. Please. Yeah. Okay. Hey, the right issue. Yes. Again, female there for you. Every time say women can respond to people. I like that. Let me take this. I actually want to take this female line. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. If you are closer to your radio, please move from there.
Yeah, I'm going in. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, before I'm calling from VOA.
Okay.
Community.
Okay.
Yeah, only I want to appreciate it both for you in the city of my concern how to do with this road construction.
All right.
Yeah, the construction, I got problem with everything that the people just
Which road? Which road? Which road?
From the junction to RIA.
Okay. You mean the RIA highway?
Yeah, I live right in Fury. I'm still in the Fury market.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing something on the road. The people that constructing the road, they myself go into the confusion. I saw them passing the road. And they are just facing the road. They want already through it. I saw them, with their ticker and things passing. So I decided to ask them. And when I asked them, I said, oh, you just face the road. They start passing it too soon. So, they started insulting me. So I never really wanted to videotape them, but when they were insulting me, I decided to take their photo. So they were like, after me. I said, you are Liberians. When people are constructing you working alone, they are not Liberians. So anything you do, it will not affect them, it will affect us.
So your concern, your concern was that it appears like the work is not got quality.
Yeah, it's too sure they just I think they want us and want to feel market. They work in front of the market, they pass in the place. So the work is not guaranteed. Even when you go to Bonja, I saw it to Bonja, right in front of Bonja, what they got make a supermarket, they did the same work down there. So it's not guaranteed. So I don't know what public work is doing about it. You know, they got somebody behind them observing the work of the people just
Absolutely, public works engineers supposed to be part of the monitoring team.
me are monitoring them. It will better test me. I don't feel that the person will be me. All the time, if to me, I say, Liberia, and some of us we are not benefiting from the government, but at least through the road construction, some of us can be able to work to move smoothly.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you.
Something about what I'm talking about now. Even you search on the road, you will see the map.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. Okay. Thank you. Let's go to the mail line and speak to this gentleman. Good morning. Morning. We are great. Why want you call honeymoon period again? Okay.
Yes. Yes, President Joseph Boyka will break ground for the construction of a 17,000 centimeter gasoline tank in a modern petroleum testing lab at the LPRC storage terminal on the Bourgeois Island today. Yes, source is the executive mansion. Yes, it's a big groundbreaking today. The LPRC. So we'll bring our guests on in like 15 minutes from now.
Okay.
We can flip a few calls up to get some musical break. Just 15 more calls up, don't go for a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, my guy. Morning on you.
Morning.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Abraham Sakama. I'm calling you from Supertown.
Okay.
Yeah, something important that you stressed this morning I want to speak on. It has to do with manager guy. A lot of those working in government should know that this man was one of those that won the 100 days delivery rope when it comes to performance in government. So to fight him he will be fighting to survive. Whoever does it will be on the wrong side of life and professional ethics that calls for working, collaboration in working. My next issue, please, O'Neill, I don't want people to forget about this liberalization policy. There's a need to keep flagging those issues until something can be done because it keeps us very poor. And the issue of mining in the southeast is keeping Nigerian down. That's just how.
Yeah, at least we're trying with the mining issue. I mean, we're trying with the mining issue anyway.
Yeah, we want you to keep flagging it. And another quick issue. There are a group of people that have been volunteering, Marka, for the past, I think, 9 months now, right in front of the president's fence. They call them rescue children, something like that. They've been sweeping that place, taking care of that place for a very long time. Nobody's paying attention to them. Sometimes people come and pretend as if they were sent by the president. But in the end, they're not benefiting anything. They're having their own transportation, they buy their own food, they spend the day in the rain and the sun. Everything there is done by them. Nobody's taking care of them. I'm asking the president, whatever he can do to just step out of the fence and check across there and look at those women and take care of them will be a good thing. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Economy.
Okay, thank you also for forming part of the discussion this morning on the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM. The heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. A lot of things to talk about in this country.
Yes, we're going to do all today.
Let me see. I think this one will be a final. But this is a female line. I hope. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Marka from PVA.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to you and Uni.
Okay.
I want to bless God for planning everything that is easy for us to know about it.
All right.
My attention has been going up to your station from 2020 up to today. I've never used any easy to except whether I or no party or no foreign.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you people very, very much. And I say, well, thank you for the proprietor. So,
Okay.
I pray that you will keep on the good weather for carry each and every one of us.
Okay.
I also say, well, thank you for Jukai. Well, I did it on day on last night and very cool. In answer so far, I exactly somebody.
Yeah, oh, you're sleeping. Get those to sleep. Oh, God.
Thank you.
Ah,
Okay, thank you so much.
come by.
Mama.
Oh, my. Yes, let's see. We'll go for our break. We'll come back. We'll anticipate Chris Weah. Is our guest on the last segment. I heard that Martin, his brother, just passed off. Potato. The former RIA boss. Yes, let's get a break. We'll be right back.
I said, chi. My son Teddy Rock Kanye. You not pay your LC bill? Yeah, Mama La Bro, I just don't buy my car. You sure? How you buy it? Because send the money, I see you moving from here, sir. Why I have to move from my hobby back car? I use orange money right on my phone to pay my LC bill. Oh, so you can use orange money that to pay your LC bill? I will not do your transfer until you show me the code right here. My Oma, the Tina ha. If you're using a USD account, just that star 144 star 141 hash. Or when you're using your AirRD account.
Orange money, I can send money to my mind, lofa. Just that star 144 hash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. Just that star 144 hash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. If you want pay for LEC or pay your school fee, brother, you can use orange money. If you want buy your credit or pay your taxes, sister, you can use orange money. Oh, just that star 144 hash. Just that star 144 hash. Just that star.
I need to pay McDonald's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday, I finish and get one thing.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
No, that thing you and I level. If you can't help me, tell me loan.
Yeah, I can help you. Oh. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank Money Emergency Number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning. And then they'll open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the
Brought to you
bank.
by Orange. Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Back on vibes, pretty mama, you just my type. It makes my head to scatter. But you know you are.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number one.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage.
Orange is the best.
Fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best.
Company that's the Orange. Top of number 1. So we need to.
Company is my Orange. I don't got the best.
Orange will more you the telephone on top.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is about 7. Yeah, Orange is
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Oh yes, when I'm hearing myself, yes, Jazino right here, yes, in the mood. This is one of the most dope song of recent. Yes, he's one Liberian artist out there. I mean, doing extremely well. Yes, Jazino, featuring Khaled. It's called In the Mood. It's right here on the Truth Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. We anticipate Chris Weah. Chris will be at least 5 minutes late for, coming through back at this morning.
Okay.
Yes, those of you who love sports so much, yes, don't go away. Chris Weah is coming up shortly. But I'd like to introduce another hit here from just playing a little bit. It's Friday, man. This is Shine. She's from Relemy Records. Let's drop this one from Shane. It's a new hit right here.
Eyes on you, and the pretty little things you do make me go mad for you, Yeah, I bow to you, even if you not get back there. See, I'm right for you, Oh, oh, there is something about you, me crazy, and I make it. And there is no one else for you. Be mine, be mine. Yeah, I do love you forever. Don't do me jealous, love me eternity. Yeah, love you forever. Don't do me jealous, love me eternity. making me lies. I just won't feel myself tonight. Yes, the Twitter making me higher. You hotter than fire. Tell my brother and sister. Say you're making me gata. See me see wahala. If I'm boy, you get wahala. If I'm boy, you get wahala. If I'm boy, don't get me.
You too fine, man, but your problem is enough for you, man. It's so beautiful, but you're on the problem, man. Hey, man. Yes, for Relamy Records, her name is Sharon. Is right here on the TBS on a Friday morning. Good morning. Well, welcome. Watch out for November 29th. The Relamy Festival is something big coming up. Relamy Festival. Her name is Shine. Yeah, it's a nice song. Not many females doing music in our country. Yes, big up to Sharon. You say you're fine, but you're on the problem. I mean, it's not from here. This is a TBS. So in the meantime, as we anticipate Chris coming up shortly, the issue of football is something very serious in our country. To promote youth talent, there are many of us who love the game. Yes, who love sports in particular. But more people turn their attention to too many politics. But we have something with the big attention to sports in our country is football. Not many talk about kickball, although it's a very good sport. We hope we get money. Because there are some sports I just watched at the Paris Olympic. I mean, if kickball, our own game, if we had that kind of money to promote that, I mean, we could see better. So long jump, throwing of the ball. There's a guy shooting competition all in the Paris Olympic. I said, wow, China is dominating that one. Riding horse, there are several sports, the speedboat and so on, etc., etc. But the main reason we decided to bring on Chris. Chris, I hope Chris just come on and we just do this. Christopher Weir. Chris Weir. You call him Christopher Weir. Chris Weir. He's the president of the club teams. We don't know how many club teams. We have grassroots football. But I don't want to jump the gun. Yes. And one thing we don't want to be used in a sense that questions like using us to attack another, I mean, if we have a candidate coming up, no, we don't want to do so. So who wants position in the stakeholder in football, come and sit and let us have this conversation. Let's rap. Let's tell Liberians why. What progress other countries are making. Let's see it. Let's see it. I mean, but those of you who are supporting the game want to say, please don't give up. It's not easy. If you're president, you're vice president, I mean, sports in our country is very important. Our politicians only give attention to the game when you have a contest. Can I get an amen? That's a big.
Tell you.
Seriously.
Yes. Only content meet, we know.
Only content meet.
Yes, we have not done well to support the leagues.
No. That's why when I saw people posting Joseph Famula, some of our senators and representatives, I was like, look at that. When they say now the budget, they don't even think about it. The content meet, the fixtures already up. Wait, November, December. See how people will jam that SKD just for that technical movement.
How they have not been able to attract people to the leagues. Okay, to the local league, for example. The Orange First Division League. They're not being able to attract people to the league. But people are attracted to the content. They can't find out how they can get people attracted to the league as well. There's no support. How much these clubs teams receive at least as annual subsidies to support their upkeeping and player salaries, for example. So these are key things they need to look at in football or in sports. But when they craft the budget, you look at the line. So even if you are a soccer player or any of or player of any of the sports, and maybe you just go open a budget and go to the Ministry of Youth and Sport budget, go see football, see basketball, say but then what nothing there. So it will even discourage you from playing any of the sports because it means that it is not a priority in the country. It's not a priority. But individually, Liberians love it. Liberians love it. They love football. They love sports. But it doesn't reflect from our government. The love that we show for sports, especially football, doesn't reflect from our government, because when the crafting of the budget, then you can know the priority of government, right? Yes, because if agriculture is a priority, you give it more. If health is a priority, you give it more. If sports is a priority, you give it more. But once you devalue certain sector and think they are nothing, it almost like when Salinta and they were playing football, the old man used to say that agro nothing they going play up, you're gonna draw for your goal. They tell you, yeah, they make it look like they make it look like it's not important. So that's the same mentality government is treating sports with, which is that sports is making money. Sports is making money. I don't want to say money agriculture thing. Yeah. Around the world,
sports makes money. Today, if you have your kid sent to an academy, when that person graduates,
I'm telling you,
I mean, he's gonna sign a very good deal.
So today, you see, soccer stars are the one building hospitals for their communities, building schools for their communities, establishing charity organizations that are providing tuition aid and so on, free school opportunities for young people in their neighborhoods, in their community, in their countries. So these are the kind of contribution that sports is making. Today, you support football. If you just have 3 of your citizens signing lucrative deals with clubs that we, for example, it's a plus to your country.
Look, Marka, I say this to you for free. It's just that side that Richard is not yet. But our politicians, what I want to say in the majority, but they don't love the game. They pretend. If we see them during the content meet, they pretend
about everything you need.
See this evidence. Those of you, I don't know, Richard is not yet, but it's something bad. These are all visas, right? I don't love to talk about this. These are visas to go and play in Sweden in the Gothia tournament. 26 visas to go Sweden. You know what the kids were looking for? Just come on ticket.
They didn't go.
They didn't go. Look at it. Those of you watching online. 26 to go Sweden. You remember that Gothia Cup that when you had Natty Pulling, Dior Williams, I see Zach Kringa, the red. There was a Gothia Cup they came from. The boys, the kids went to that Capitol building back and forth just to raise common ticket money. Dudy Johnson already in Sweden said, let the team come, I'll host them. Do you expect to be watching television game and see Liberian players on the camera? In your dream.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. The player will not just live on a domestic league and go on a big screen. No. This was one of the few opportunities was given.
Showcase at a big event.
Yes.
At big events where scouts can be around and pick talents from there.
The Swedish ambassador right here look and say, look, these are our potential, but you know what? Don't go Ghana, don't go Nigeria. Get the visa right here. Boom! Got the visa in this guy's book. Like the grace, this is evident right here. I'm just waiting for the LFA elections to come out. Then we'll bring us some of the thing. This nowadays, most of the cases, they are demotivated. You see visa in your passport, right? And you can travel because of what? Plane ticket.
Yeah.
Hey man. The boys that went to that Capitol building back and forth. Do you know you can credit ticket? What is not credible in the world? You can credit ticket. Of course. You can write the airline going. But today, some of the kids are demotivated when you wake up and see visa in your book and you didn't make the travel. Do we love the game? We just pretend. We pretend. 24 players were to land in Sweden. So the Sweden ambassador said, but I don't think it's a serious country. Something that you travel for the world get visa. In your own country, we give it to you. We can look at one lawmaker buying a $45,000 car.
We say just use it for 3 years and throw it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, 45,000, use it for 3 years, you throw it away.
And the people ticket Marka was just around something like 12 to 13,000.
Yeah.
Yes. And these boys got contract. Guess what? The whole country could benefit. But anyway, look, we're just waiting on. I'm waiting on, and we're waiting on. I'm waiting on, and we're waiting on. When pour more into football business, will say, yeah, soccer and politics, whether it makes, that's it. It means kudos to Emmett. Emmett Glasgow. Emmett was the one who brought us behind the team back and forth.
Soccer has its own politics. Every sector, even in the church, they have politics. In the school, they have politics. Yeah. Everywhere has its own politics.
It got politics, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's politics.
Supposed to have politics.
Politics, but sometimes
football is strong politics there.
It's wrong. Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? But President does say I won't go for that. You think I'm politics?
And no motivation. As soon as we get signal that put it through, getting on through, right? Most of the players in the county meet. They'll wait for 3 times. How are you playing one tournament 3 times? You're not making progress in your whole life. Eh? Anyway, let's get out. We'll get Chris. We are ready. I'm not saying true on the screen. Maybe let's do this. Yes. Let me take him from here. Yes. Me want move yourself in the picture, man. You play football. You were the first goalkeeper who door shot. They kick the ball to Joseph Kula, the man door shake. Then what happened? That goal. Yes, Christopher, we are good morning. Welcome to the TBS. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing very good, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry
Great.
that I came late.
Yes, I mean get a brief out. Driving for all the way on the highway.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris, how you doing? Again, I'm asking. Chris Weir is not a strange thing when it comes to the sporting arena in Liberia. Just take a minute and introduce yourself for those who don't know Chris Weir.
So yeah, my name is Chris Weir. I mean, I'm popularly known as Chris Gible Weir. I am currently the chairman for the Club Presidents Association of Liberia. I am the owner of Stitches Queen Football Club. It's a club in the Upper Women's League. I run the Cresco program that comprises of senior professional football club, Stitches Youth Under 12, and a title, sports program across this country. I am a business person. I do an import and export business in Liberia. I'm also the owner of Cabana Hotel and Cabana Properties across this country, and I am married. And also, I do have a Master of Science, and I'm graduating again with another Master's from the University of Salford in Manchester.
Okay, that's good.
That is great.
That's very great. Yes, you talk about chairman of the club team, the presidents, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So I am the chairman for the Club President Association of Liberia, which comprises of the second division, first division. Now we're including the third division and women football.
That's great. So with all these business commitments that you're involved with in sports, how can you reconcile, running all these businesses and at the same time focusing on sports, which is purely about youth development, empowerment, and all of that?
So basically, I have an institution that is being run by professional people.
Okay.
I've committed my life to football. I play football in this country. And over the last 5 years, I've committed to the development of sports. My business is handled privately, and I do have people that are charged with responsibility to run my businesses. So it does not interfere into football, as you can see, which is why I intend to contest for the presidency of the Liberia Football Association.
You intend to contest already?
Yes,
okay.
I've said that.
Okay, we'll get to that. Man. How do you see football overall in Liberia, from the lower leagues up to the top leagues?
It's a combination of two things. Right now, football is in a declining state. And the reason is because of the bad leadership at the Liberia Football Association. Now, in terms of infrastructure, is built. I give the current president credit for that. I've said that on many platforms. I think that he had the guts enough to implement and follow through with FIFA proposals on building stadiums and that. But in terms of the output from the league and the players that we have and the national team, the FA is performing very poorly, and I can elaborate more when into that, and I'll tell you why the blundering.
Great. So, what difference, Chris Gible wants to do that Mustafa Raji have not done in the LFA? I mean, it's something big. What difference? I mean,
your output is determined by your results. A lot of people in this country will not grade the Liberia Football Association based on your grassroots football development or based on how many games you got in the local league. It's basically based on your national team results and grassroots football development. So our platform has to do with the naturalization. And we said this is a combination of naturalization and grassroots football development. Liberians want results now, and the only way they can get those results is for you to have naturalized players by FIFA regulations, at the same time building grassroots football and create a pathway. The pathway is basically once you build your grassroots football, and then you got natural players playing in your leagues and for your national teams. They fade away, and the grassroots program, takes over. So that's one thing we're going to do is a combination of that. The other thing is transparency. Is what we bring to the Liberia Football Association. As you already know, the scoreboard at the ATS costs us $300,000. That's according to the Liberia Football Association. We will not make that kind of decision. The LFA headquarters also is an issue of transparency. As of today, it's gone up to almost 1.9, almost $2 million initially. It was estimated for 1.4. In that case, actually went into court on integrity issues. So we bring in a credibility, we bring in accountability, transparency, and leadership, and certain decisions that the FA is making in terms of support to clubs. A few months ago, we engaged the Liberal Football Association. We asked for money to be allocated to clubs to promote football in this country. The FA said it does not have money. So personally, I can tell you today that the Liberal Football Association is spending $10,000 on generator repairs. They're spending almost $15,000 on stationaries. We don't know the payroll. There are questions about how money is being spent, and those are things that we think that there are areas that we identify that we have actually gotten money from the guests to give to clubs. Clubs are receiving little or nothing, although the idea is not for clubs to survive on subvention, but when the money are not used adequately, we strongly believe that the money should go towards the club. So we bring the club support, we bring naturalization, we bring the business aspect of it. Currently, you have Aqua Life that is sponsoring our league. When we do extend to the presidents of the Liberal Football Association, we will have our own LFA water. What that does is it creates
as part of your plan, you want to have elephant water.
Instead of going to Aqualife for sponsorship, we can build a nice water factory in this country that will supply water to every football team across the entire country. Because the fact that clubs are still purchasing water while Aqualife is sponsoring the league, I don't think nothing from the business, but I think that we can do better in terms of national team games. You only have elephant water being sold there across this country, and not only that, it generates money, it brings in so much openness into the league. So we have a big platform, and I will share that with you today when I leave here. Portfolio on what we intend to do with football.
Great. I mean, so this is your final decision. Nothing going to change your mind that Chris Weah is not going to contest for the LFA presidency.
We right now
probably maybe go to a round table and say, well, okay.
Yeah, let me speak to that. We are in collaboration. If you have heard the collaboration of stakeholders, Mr. Kaseko and myself has formed a collaboration. And in that collaboration, we both maintain that we want to be president of the association independently. Now, when we get to the point of making that decision, we have to go to our own preliminary congress and all of that. But I know for a fact that I stand a very strong chance. And I have announced previously and saying today that regardless of, the outcome of going into our collaboration, the decision, I will respect that, but I still maintain that I want to be president.
What are you hearing, Chris? What are you hearing from some of the club team president? What are some of the talk? Well, Chris is not suited. Okay, you should go. Perhaps Kasa should step back. Or what are you hearing in the corridor, probably?
We are people that we talk to in Liberal football. They strongly believe that we got the best ticket. They strongly believe that there's always pros and cons. There are issues about eligibility. There are issues about qualification, who's best suited, and all of that is what we look at. So when we come to make that decision, we'll make the decision based on what the statutes say. We'll make the decision based on who is suitable right now to be head of the association. But I've never heard anyone saying that I'm not qualified. The issue about qualification has to do with the time you stay in football, which I have. It also has to do with your education, which I have. My contribution to football in this country is undisputed. So, I strongly believe that I stand a better chance, but we've never, as a collaboration, we've never heard anything outside negative.
So you mentioned about the issue of results, which is very important. Myself sitting down here as fan of football, we will love results. However, one thing some Liberians believe has been the reason why maybe we're not getting the kind of results we need is because of maybe limited or no real support from the government towards especially football. So if you are given the opportunity, what can you do to solicit and get that kind of support that can bring Liberian football to the spotlight?
The idea that, or the saying that is around here that government is not supporting football, it is primarily has to do with who's at the helm of Liberal Football Association. Remember, we have Honorable Edwin Bevin Snow.
But the support has to be shown in the budget now.
Yeah, I will come to the budgetary part because it reflects in the budget based on who put in the budget. It's not just going to go in the budget. It has to be the legislature has to put in the budget and it gets approved. So basically, it's not there because of credibility issues. That's what I was going to go to. You have Musa Hassan Berede that's served at the FA. You have Honorable Edwin Murphy Snow, Eugene Number, all these people serve at the FA, they're not in and out. Why do you think money is not coming? Because when you go and ask someone, say the Labrador Football Association wants $10, and in your own budget where you're getting funding from outside source from FIFA, you're getting $5 from FIFA. They want to know how are you spending that $5 in the first place. I'm not justifying why money is not going towards football, but my point is, if you have someone at the helm of football that is not credible, people look at that and does not give you the funding that you need. And you need someone that is able to go across the aisle and solicit. You're not just going to sit and say, we want this to be in the budget. No, you must be someone, one, appreciate what the government has done. This president has said, even up to last week, that the government does not do nothing for football, which is not true. We've seen instances, we've seen money. In fact, as we speak, the national team preparation, the government is allocating money for that. Give the government a credit, meet these people, come with the clubs, let's sit down on the table and meet the government directly as a unit and solicit for funding. But I think the inability of this current president to do that, that's what gets us where we are in terms of funding.
Somebody would say, well, you're a potential candidate, so all of your comments will be a bit critical or criticizing the current administration. But when you wear that shoes, sometimes things will change. They say when you are out is different from when you are in. What are your plans to fix Liberian football?
From day one, FIFA regulation requires that a player must have either played in the country 5 years or must have had a link to this country by naturalization or by birth. So we've read that, we've said it, that we know that. From day one, my priority is for the national team to win games. Our priority is to ensure that the national teams win games and they are funded. Quite example, I'll give you an example. Last month, Honorable Benedict Yuri gave $1,000 to our youth under 17 team to the LFA for the win for the girls. Mr. Yuri did that because he got results. Outside of FIFA and government money, there are philanthropists in this country that will contribute to football. When you're getting the result, we need to concentrate on getting results. How we will do that? We're going to hire or solicit the assistance of professional experts, Liberians that are in exile, that will go out. Number one is to reach out to Liberian born that have direct linkage to Liberians here. From day one, we will ensure that we seek and go after those kids that left this country during the war, the ones that were born here by Elcomo soldiers that are outside of the country. We'll go after those. We'll get the quality of players. We believe that when Liberia continue to win, if Liberia wins straight 3 games in this country, SKD will get the capacity. We'll talk about building a new stadium. But it is not happening because the leadership has not gone there. So our priority is that, number one. Number two is grassroots football development. We already have infrastructure that this current administration has prioritized. We're not going to go into that. But it's about win, and win from day one. That's what we want. Liberians are tired of going to SKD and being booed. Liberians are tired of being disgraced at SKD. You cannot be having a developmental program and you don't see the output from the national team. So
I see you putting this lack of winning, and you putting the blame on the current leadership at the LFA. They will have a long history of not qualifying for even the continental showpiece, that the African Cup of Nations. It's been a long time. But you place it on the current leadership forever. What do you think are the contribution of the players themselves to the lack of success?
So for football, as I've played, I know that it's about money, it's about sustainability, it's about somebody else's family that needs to be taken care of. So the part of the blame is that the government, the Labrador Football Association, has not created the space for clubs to continue to pay the players with high-end money. When players are being paid adequately in the league, they know that, well, I'm playing football and it's my living and I take it serious. When there is no money in the league, you'll see a player leaving from here going to go play in Oman or somewhere. And because of greener pasture, that's what they do it for. But our league is not attractive. Because it's not attractive, I don't put the blame on the players. The players will go for penny. They would rather go to play in Sudan, for example, to get small money there than to come and play in Liberia here. But if you pay adequately, because you got people coming to your league, you got sponsors, you got companies taking on social corporate responsibilities, you will get people in this country that will put money into football, and players will perform because they know their livelihood, it depends on what they're playing for in the league and what they're getting.
When the Liberian League is playing and the European leagues are playing, we prefer to go to the television to watch the European leagues and leagues from other countries. We're not going to the SKD, the ATS, and other stadiums around here to watch the leagues. what can Chris Weah administration do to get Liberians rushing on a weekend to go watch the Liberian League?
What we would do is what FC Basel, for example, just did.
Okay.
They brought in players here. We saw the game against Watanga.
Mhm.
It was in the morning. I live right by the airport, RIA. That's what I just came from.
Okay.
And I got up in the morning to go see FC Basel and Watanga came to SKD.
Mhm.
When the league is attractive, people will pay more attention to the league instead of going to the Premier League. Granted, however, though, we've had this conversation. I've told them, you have to tailor your life around certain instances and situations. Your league, although may coincide with the Premier League, when you got your competition people that drafting, I mean that drawings, your fixture and those things, those are things for now that you should be taking into consideration. Is Arsenal and Man U playing today? Okay, the schedule is fixed for the day. I'm
Okay.
not saying that you should do it across your league, but they are key components of what is taking the attraction. Sometimes you have to live with a sore on your foot, although you don't want it to be there.
Okay.
So those are things that administratively, that's where it comes in. As an administrator, those are things that you take into consideration. However, when your league is very attractive, people will not go watch Arsenal game because they want to go see you play.
So I'm here thinking, Chris. I'm looking at you and looking at Kaseko. At some point in time, one of you will have to say, "Well, let me go as president," or you go as vice president. What's the possibility? What is your target? Just to have Raji not be president for the third term. I'm here thinking about it.
Okay, so the president, there's been no every president that has served third term. So
Okay.
we're very clear on that. We beg him, Mr. President.
If it's something that in the book that says don't go,
No,
every Snow went 2 term, Musa Belete 2 term,
Zeto Wesley.
Tuma Zeto Wesley.
So the statute allows the president to, or any of the presidents, to go for third term, but president is a law. So because no one has done that, we'll ask him as the president, please give us the time to
We have an unfinished business, Raji. Raji have an unfinished business. You have a new structure at the Sakamoi area in Kogota. You have some other future plans for grassroots football. Given the third term,
Okay, so the third time argument for the president, he got nothing else that he's done that he still needs to be completed.
Okay.
Absolutely, it's not true. And I can tell you right now, he got 2 cases in court. CSAP, the agency that helped him to that took the contract to build the LFA, that one is in court. Montgomery, his former secretary general, has taken him to court. That one is also in court. I think that he has a lot on his head to deal with in terms of lawsuits. Then to be running for a third term and honor him. We've never gone to know, not even one African Cup of Nations. We're doing bad. We've been disgraced. We still owe rent in Morocco, where the national team stay. Although the argument is that the president is the Liberal government is responsible for national teams, but he bears some responsibility. Our youth under 17 team that went to, I believe it was Morocco. I think then don't quote me on this, was disqualified for AS cheating. The president came back and blamed it on the parents. I can live all the inadequacy that does not qualify this person to go for a third term. And of course, when we go to the ballot, you see, we just had a vote. We voted for the budget. He saw the apple. If you are not going on his knees,
you're afraid of Raji getting on the ballot box.
He's not going to get on the ballot box.
Are you sure about
We
this?
know that for a fact because we trust his judgment. He knows that he's gone for 2 terms. No president has gone for 2 terms. He's for 3 terms. He's not the only person that knows how to run football in this country. We're asking him, Mr. President, step aside and and let us do this. And to answer your question, I want to go back to your question about Kase and I. So we have a collaboration, a very strong one. And that collaboration, we've decided that we will look at the statute. At the end of the day, we'll look at the statute and address the qualification based on the statute. The statute talks about a whole lot of things. It talks about education, criminality, all of that. When we get to that point, we will have that conversation on who is best suited to be qualified. Of course, we will follow the statute, we'll decide. But both Kase and myself have decided based on an agreement that whoever extend as head of that ticket, we will support it. So if Kase is the head of the association or the collaboration, I'm going to support him. If I do, he's going to support me. So,
It appears that this collaboration is mainly to see if the current president will stick to his word of contesting for the 3rd time, and then you will amalgamate the forces to go against him. But if he steps aside, you could go a separate way as presidential candidate. Is that correct?
No, it's not. It's not correct. So the idea and the goal for us stakeholders and opposition stakeholders now is to ensure that this president does not go for a 3rd term. If he successfully tells us that he's not going for a 3rd term, I will tell you there will be no election because we are so united. We will come together for the best of football and decide who's going to be head of the association.
If Roger is on the ballot box, I'm yet thinking this is Roger's going to have on the ballot. Are you afraid of Roger going on the ballot
He's
box?
not going to get 3 votes. Look, here's the thing about Congress. The elected Congress, the vote is secret. We had a Congress right now, an emergency Congress we had, where we voted for the budget. For the first time, he got 13 clubs that said no. And I would say 14 because Juniper, of course, was influenced, right? But there are clubs who owners are executive committee member. They voted, Mr. President, the budget is not going to pass until you can give money to clubs. So when you go in a room where it's only the ballot box and Chris in that room, the president may not even get 3 votes. 3, he may not even get. So to save yourself the embarrassment we see, Mr. President, just walk away from this thing. It's about time that we take over. Thank you for what you did. We'll give you all the accolades. We'll support you. We'll build a statue for you and appreciate you for your 2 terms. But just leave the thing and go. It's not worth you going back when you've done us so badly.
Mr. Weir, your thought has been mostly about results which Liberians want. I haven't heard you say much about your plan for grassroots football development.
So I said it's a combination of grassroots football development and naturalization to give a result and a pathway. So the one good thing is there are a couple of academies around here. We got a Dogo Wisa now, who is a technical director. He's drawn a whole plan that the next administration can follow, and thanks to to Dogo. So we'll use that.
Brought in by Mustafa Raji. Dogo Wisa brought in by Mustafa Raji. So Raji have a good plan here.
Wait, I'll get back to the Dogo thing, right? Dogo is a professional. I'm not going to dispute that. We will use the Dogo Wisa and whoever we have planned there to move us into through our grassroots football development plan as is.
Okay.
We got some structures in place. We see the output from our leagues. Or Discovery, for example. You see clubs from academies that are doing better is there. The only thing is, it has not transcended to us getting results because the FA will go and change the ages because for whatever reason and give them age, and then we go and get disqualified. But when we get there, which is 1 year, few months away from here, when we excel, we'll keep those programs, we'll build on those programs, and even add more to it, and walk out into our naturalization plan, do our exit. And you remember we had the program with, when I was coming, I heard you talking about the Duty Jones and Atupuri and that group. After that group came the Prince of Grandpa Doe group, right? So if we had kept that momentum, we have had better players today. But unfortunately, that did not happen because of the programs that we've had. And those are things that we want to make teams. So grassroots football, 100%. I got a U12 team, Stages FC U12. I got a couple of academies. I help a lot of grassroots football clubs and academy in this country. So we keep that. But right now, we cannot afford to go to SKD.
But you've been doing all of that. You've been doing all of that, in the space you are in. Why do you want to be president before you continue?
So administratively, as an administrator myself, the passion for the game and the ideas and where I want to see Liberia football go, I'll tell you one thing. There has been no FA president that has lived outside of this country that has the connections and has the experience that we do. I play out of this country. I live out of here. I came back here. I play here as well. I bring a lot to Liberia football. In the space that we occupy now, we cannot do more because I'll give you an example. My club was relegated in the lower league only because of ideology, because we're different in ideas. And the president strangulated us and relegated our club today. Now we only maintain the women's section. The women's section was relegated. We try to bring it up. It stayed there. We bought another space now and running Stitches Queen. So every time you antagonize the FA, they come back at you and fight you. So you don't have the space. When we just had this Congress, the emergency Congress where we voted on the budget, right away, immediately after that, the 13 clubs, they were all targeted one after another. Now we're hearing that this president is going to use the club licensing to come after clubs when in fact clubs has not even gotten the first penny yet, and we're still struggling. And this administration is already planning that when they go to your office and you don't have decks in your office, or you don't have a signage that says, this is true FM, you get relegated. It should not be the intent. So in the capacity where we are being marginalized, we're strangulated. You cannot function until you get to where you want to.
So, Chris, why is the politics? Entering so much into football. Nowadays, football now is turning the political ground. 1 million at the Temple of Justice, back and forth. What's happening with Liberian football?
Football started going to court, but football went to court when Joshua took it to court, and ordinary court. But there are committees, there are institutions set up at the Liberal Football Association that are responsible for adjudicating. The grievance and ethics committee, appeal committee, all these things are set up. But when you have a system that is just run by one person, where he makes decision, when we went for our hearing, listen to what I'm going to tell you. This is very important.
Go ahead.
We filed a complaint to the Liberal Football Association and told them that we were not happy, and we filed our complaint. When we went for the hearing, while we were seated outside, the committee was in the room, deliberating and waiting for us to enter. The president walking past me and Emma Glasgow went into the room where the independent committee was seated. There was Councillor Nito Light and all those people. The president went inside, spoke to them, came outside, and walked away. When we went inside, one of the gentlemen on the committee, he said, "Oh, man, I already made my decision. I know where it is, though." And guess what? We were ready to get it. But because if the president is a party and the association is accused, and then in the midst of a hearing, the president goes into the room, leaving the other party out, where do you leave us to speculate? There's some kind of discussion, something happened. And of course, the decision went against us with Benedict Yasia actually there as well, acting as the lawyer for the Liberal Football Association. So people are not functioning independently. And because they are not, that's why you see everything is going to court. Nobody trusts that the president's committee that he set up will make decisions independently because of his influence. And that's why everything is going to court. And this is something we're not going to do. We're going to ensure that when you put people in positions like ethics committees, you put people in position, let them function independently. Do not, try to override them. So because of that, everybody runs to court. One thing I'll tell you that no one is talking about: this current president has sworn over his life that the former Secretary General Montgomery is not going to go to Congress. 2 Congresses, he's never invited your former Secretary General because you got differences with him. He's never gone to Congress. No one is talking about it. That case is in court. Had something happened again, everybody come and say, "Oh, the football matter going to court is politicized." It's politicized because the current president is creating the room for it.
Great. So it's 3 minutes up to
10 o'clock. My final question,
let's
we try to maybe
get the lines activated.
If you are, I don't know, between you and Kaseko, whoever is going to be the ticket, if you are, and you are fortunate to get elected, you talk about results. What is your promise to the Liberian people or as president of the Liberian Football Association? What is your promise to the Liberian people that, especially in line with results, what will you do in at least 2 years?
I will make sure that stakeholders are part of the decision to appoint or recommend to appoint a coach. I will not bring the kick and photo coach that we got right now. I will ensure that you have the coach that will give you a result. I will ensure that from day one, national teams will start winning games, at least out home games. At least out home games. Is becoming embarrassing and distressful as president of the Liberal Football Association. I will not be sitting in the VIP stand watching games. I will be among you on the stadium. I will go into dressing rooms. I will talk to clubs. I will talk to stakeholders. I will ensure that we get the result. I'm not going to wear coat suit and sit up and say today Lone Star is going to win. No, I'm going to be part of the process and ensure. One thing I'm going to do, I will encourage every stakeholder in this country to contribute financially. When I donated, made a contribution of $2,500 to the national team, it was rejected by the administration on grounds that Chris Weah should not make.
How you made donation and money be rejected?
It was rejected clearly. I literally had to go to SKD Prince there myself. James Diba, we had to go to SKD and put the money in Williams Jabo hand to Bolivar Palace. The FA rejected that contribution. They said I should not, because everything is about politics, like you said, and that's what they did. Quite recently, they rejected Kasekua's $5,000. They said they want to know his source of income. So when you put it aside, but from day one in this country, we will ensure, and not alone, it's a whole collaboration. We will ensure that Liberia will win games. We will start to win games. We got the techniques to do it. We've done it before, and we can get it done.
All right.
You're promising us qualification?
Yeah, he's on record for that. The winning aspect is just the first one, right? Yes, win games, more especially the home game. All right, Chris Giblet, we are right here on the TBS this morning. Call us on 0777-285 961. Please
And,
listen up to the
just real
number.
quick, I heard you say Christopher. My name is Christian.
Okay,
Yeah,
Christian.
yeah,
Okay,
Christian.
I was
Yeah,
like Christopher.
yeah,
Okay, yes, Crackle. I don't know why you still have that energy like before.
Christian.
yeah.
Yes, Chris, we are live of all 0777-285-961 285
Yeah, for
961.
female to participate, you can call on 0770-202579 for females 0770-202579. Yes.
Yes, let's pick the first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. I'm Aratus Lapo, President of the Labrador Handball Association. I have been following the show since the morning. First, I want to commend my friend and brother, Christian Castillo, and the desire to contest the elected presidency. But my attention is due to our lawmakers. It is a support. But you were saying this morning, it was interesting to know that my television that I'm president for got $205 US as a lobby for 12 months, from January to December. How do you expect us to run a federation on such a program?
Is that on your budget? $285 for a whole year?
If you get a chance, call me, I will come and show we discuss that more. Test now, I mean, not we want to say for anything. So these are challenges that we want to go. And for Chris, I'll let you enthusiasm and I'll let the collaboration with you and Chancellor Co. But I think there's a mistake somewhere. And this is what we're doing as a federation president to say we can come together and have some lamb juice. If we come with a code upon the like every president two chains and after 2 days get away, it will be okay. But to just leave it open and then after that we start doing power sharing, it's not hindering the development supposed in the house.
Okay, thank you. Let's do a minute per call, please. Let's do justice to other people. Yes. Good morning.
Great, go ahead.
Mama, go ahead, man. You got to put my former profile there, former representative. I can't even know talk. Go ahead.
Yes, Momo Johnson, you probably Johnson for sure. I'm sick to my stomach this morning to hear Brother trying to speak in I know nothing about. No, let me say this to you. Labrador is getting better and will always get better. If you want to promote the debate of football, you come with the fact. There is a place you want to be elected president, and you want to have beyond the support. I don't think he's a rapper messenger.
So what do you call Harding now? The both of them say they having a collaboration. You say Harding. I'm a bit confused.
Yes, let's see. Chris have told us now without nobody that you are going to be elected the next elected president to move again. So there is no collaboration. And there is a call to come as elected president. You should just try to do a best everything.
Okay.
But do you have a problem with me collaborating with somebody? That's not an issue.
2029, they come and say I'll back up and go as vice president. That common decision, right? Anyway, let's see who's on the line. Good morning, football.
Good morning, Mr. Baba. I'm Emmanuel Ko from Fiona with Dalfia. Yeah, my cousin house that go with Mr. Yeah, I don't need to criticize Mr. Raji. Yeah, because Mr. Raji is doing well with Labrador football. If you want to run for president of Labrador football, you just don't forget about
Somebody tell you when you go into election, you can't. If somebody does something that will criticism, you can't criticize them.
No, not let him go into criticizing Mr. Raji. Football can improve. It improves too money. There is no money.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. This is Jimmy, simply bumper covered by the Tower Rule.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to ask our boss on the other options that we are. I want to say this. Liberian football been stagnated for a long time. And all we need to do is this. As the studio was saying, the league need to be something be expensive. There should be influence of money in the league encouragement that player will devote their time. Because even about city, where your heart is, there where your treasure. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. So we have to graduate from this. We just in the making of football in like city, like this football. Look at other calls say like Brent football doing better. Like Brent football doing better for the past 3 years. We're not able to win even 4 games. How will your we be greater and your national team cannot produce? The town of Councilor Somo etc. was a Joshua was down or come on, you are down football.
Are you there?
Very true.
So we can just take.
Yeah, let's leave another call going through. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead.
This brother is does not have good character. He has really good.
I mean, go to the issue. You say you get good character. The whole country, you must say you get good character.
No, it's not an issue.
Yeah, go to the issue. The opportunity is given.
Yeah,
go to the
exactly.
issue. Yes. Good morning. Timo gave you a chance to do that kind of thing. Go to the issue. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. And Marka. Well, my name is Andrew. We say I joined from Bible City this morning. Listen to your studio guest and also listen to Mr. Kaseko the other day. Look, the thing about it, I believe that Mr. Cole is coming in to transform the sector. But you know, whenever Nigeria plays back, let me the ugly of all our stadium around the country, we can see it.
Yeah, I think Chris referenced that.
Yeah. So it's about referencing what you have done and what you want to do. But the whole team, is not really going to move forward as a country. It's happening at the national scene with the president and the former president, happening in the LV, happening in the development sector. We just should explain to the delegate what can I do as Andrew Wissett to transform like red football. If they want to vote me in, vote me in. But that's creating the too much bad blood among one another. So I just want to vote.
Mr. Wissett, politics is politics. It's time for elevate campaign, and you want to say the wrong things the other candidate has done and what right you can do. So I mean, this is normal. This is politics. I don't see it as any form of division.
Yes, let's speak. Let's speak. And the other 3 president have the opportunity to join us next week. I received a text message, and Reggie will make an appearance with us on next week. I mean, we do that. Yes, this should be our last call into our radio time already. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Melton Yoko. I called from ELW this morning. Chris, thank you very much. First of all, sorry for
Milton, you're chairman of Maserati. Require a title. Don't just call your name. You know, man, don't do this to us. I mean, yes. Chairman of Maserati. Yes, go ahead.
Association, like Football Association. Chris, I'm just sorry for the incident for your team when you went to game. Thank you, you are back again. Well, when you this morning, I'm happy to be on your show. Raji is someone who everybody knows is doing well for football. National government invested 150,000 into national sports, but the president of the Liberal Football Association they want to give more than 250 some more thousand to clubs just in football. I get problem with Raji, and the serious problem I get with Raji is he continue to give money only to second and upper winning league, and we that way down there we need just 5 cents. And you're not giving it to all. And these people say they will remove him. He's doing good for them and they don't want to appreciate it. So we will see when we read down there. Raji, thank you for the grassroots program. Nobody has done grassroots program for you. You made a national team to play in Morocco when the government could not afford. We are grateful to you for that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Let's get a quiet title. Yes, Chris, you listen up to the callers.
Right. And good interaction. I like I said, I do not take anything from Mr. Mustafa Rajid. Remember, we were at the ATS. He took it from the ATS. He took it to the new LP headquarters, although the figure on our headquarters is questionable. I also mentioned about some of the stadiums he's improved on. I gave him his credit. But is there area to be improved on? Yes, I said that. There are things that we can do, and there are areas that we think that we can even do more. And we are in the position to do that. I've never heard where, you're talking say I've never heard where Raji spends his own money from his pocket on clubs. It's not true. If the president has given us $200 more thousand, please, let me see, let me know. But money from FIFA are strictly for for clubs and the operations of the FA, which Mr. Raji has done. We are in the position to change football in this country. We're hoping that we're given the chance to do that. All my programs that have gone on, I've never been personal with the president. I have stuck to the issue like I've done today. And it's quietly that the president has served 2 terms. He can't go for 3rd term. It's never happened before. So we're asking him now, to not do that. So there are a couple of things that we think that at this point, we can do transparency on the FA. Currently, I actually just heard that I think that was last week that the mechanic that is actually repairing the buses for the Liberal Football Association is the president's driver. I mean, that's a serious conflict of interest. So when the president comes here,
there's an alley.
that's what I said. I just heard. So when the president is coming here, please invite me. I want to be here. It will be a good discussion, like very civil.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
When the elephant thing is hitting up.
Let's have the conversation around the table.
What's the president relationship with Raji? So do you sometimes reach out to him for the benefit of the Liberian football and say, this is my idea, this is what I want us to do?
Yes, I spoke to the president. Well, I think I messaged the president for this gone holiday. I sent in a message. I did not get a response.
He replied.
No.
He checked the message.
Yes, he did. The last time that I contacted the president, he didn't pick up. I called Segu Konen, and Segu Konen relayed the message to him. The president did call me, and I was in a meeting, so I didn't pick his call. Otherwise, recently when my club had a situation, he intervened. So I think it's his schedule. I don't want to say that we don't talk. Occasionally, I do reach out. The president that I talk to more is Segu Konen and the TEF vice president. We have conversations, but I don't have a bad relationship with the president. He and I spoke when we had the emergency Congress.
It's just that you want his position, that's all.
It's not his position. It's like it's Liberian people's position. When your time is up, your time is up. You're not going to be there for 3 terms when your time is up. That's all. But I can tell you this: if the president is here, he's not going to say anything otherwise about me, because we maintain a very professional relationship, and I hope that he understands that. It's about time that we extend to the level of the Liberal Football Association.
Great. Time a couple of us, Chris, in the final word, maybe you want to touch something that we have been speaking of. And Cassia Coach, you also have the opportunity. It's difficult to reach out to Cassia. I'm sorry. Let me just say this out. When you want some positions, I mean, the media cannot reach out to you and it's difficult to get you. Go ahead. You have lived in the outside where you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know that I reach out to you.
There.
Yeah, you know that I reach out to you, and that's the reason because you have a very big platform. I want to tell Liberian, just based on some of the calls that came through, that we are not divided in terms of our ideology. We are divided by policy issues. But we all want, from Mustafa Raji, Emir Glasgow, myself, Judy, and everyone in football. We want the best for Liberian football. We are not separated by any other thing but by ideology and where we want to see football going. So tomorrow you see us, we meet and laugh and joke. You'll be surprised that every one of us we talk. Okay. But then when we come to policy issue, we differ on that. But I want to thank you so much for having me. Again, my apologies that I came late. I live all the way in Mangibi and coming here to traffic and that. But I will ensure that next time I'll be here in time.
Yes, you can also pay a tribute to the Sports Association for the passing of Trojan Molika's
Yes. So sorry that I missed that. Trojan and I had a very strange relationship. At the end of his day, we made up, and we're very good until he passed. As a collaboration, we've already made available 5 bag arrests and $3,000 to the family. And we've expressed our condolences both my Facebook page and as an organization, our critical programs. I know he's going to be laid to rest tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
And from the bottom of our heart, we're sorry. His death means a lot to this country. He contributed to football immensely, and we're going to be there. We'll continue to give our support. And what we've also said is that when the lady Mayatia passed, about 4 or 5 months later on, the kids' school fees became our responsibility. So we want to make sure that people that labor for football does not have to deal with that. So what we intend to do is to reach out to the family even after the burial to ensure that the children that he's left behind can have better education.
That's great. Thank you.
Grace, yes, great.
You were there last time during the meeting, I saw you there. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Chris Gipley, we are closing us up on the Friday edition of the Truth Breakfast. We look forward to having Raji next week. Even Cassia Cool, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you so much on behalf of the entire team this morning. Marka Davis, Oni Rebels, weekend break. We'll see you on Monday. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.